स्पष्ट रही है कि दो प्रकार के कंपनीज हैं। वो कंपनीज भी हैं जो केवल ट्रेडिंग कंपनीज हैं जिसमें रिसीवेबल्स थे, और अगर रिसीवेबल्स बैलेंस शीट पे नहीं है या नहीं वसूल हो पाते तो फिर केवल खाली कागज है। इट्स प्रॉब्ली नॉट इवन वर्थ दैट पेपर। अब इसमें आप इंट्रोस्पेक्ट कीजिए, आत्मनिरीक्षण कीजिए कि बैंक्स की फंक्शनिंग किस प्रकार से हो रही थी। एंड फॉर अस इट्स अ लेगेसी प्रॉब्लम विच वी आर ट्राइंग टू रिजॉल्व। दूसरा मूल प्रश्न इसमें यह है कि ऑर्डिनेंस की आवश्यकता क्यों पड़ी। दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन विच प्रेमचंद्रन रेज्ड। नाउ द ऑर्डिनेंस इज नेसेसरी because this act itself provides a 180-day time period in which a resolution is to be completed. There are 12 cases referred by the Reserve Bank, but there are cases which either the promoters themselves have gone into and presented a resolution plan. There are cases where creditors have filed applications. So there are numerous cases pending, and the law will apply to all of them. Now, because the time period is 180 days, and these are resolution processes which are at a fairly advanced stage, and our 1 year experience shows that an ineligibility criteria has to be introduced. And most members, except one or two, most members have spoken in support of that eligibility criteria. Now, what will happen to all these pending cases if we wait another couple of months and say the bill will come up in its usual course? Then what happens to these hundreds of cases which are pending? They will go, so you will have two kinds of insolvency applications. Ones which are pending to which the ineligibility criteria will not apply, and anything that comes subsequently, the ineligibility criteria will apply. Therefore, there was an extreme case of urgency for which the ordinance itself was required. And then lastly, madam, the point is, what was the need to bring in this insolvency criteria? I think several members, Mr. Gala and others, put it very succinctly. There are promoters who have defaulted. Some promoters have been declared insolvent. Some promoters have been debarred by SEBI. Some promoters have been debarred under the Companies Act. Some are willful defaulters. Now, there is a difference between a commercial debtor and a willful defaulter. A willful defaulter is a person who misrepresented and took the money or diverted the money. उनके केसेस में उनका नाम डिस्क्लोज करने में कोई किसी को रुकावट नहीं है, बैंक्स डिस्क्लोज करते हैं. What do you do with promoters who are themselves responsible for these NPAs, that is clause C? Therefore, clause C says कि जो खुद ही नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट जिन्होंने बनाया है, कल क्या होगा आप अपना उदाहरण ले लीजिए. मान लीजिए कोई बड़ी मिल है, कपड़े की है या किसी की भी है. ट्रेडिंग कंपनीज में तो बहुत कम एसेट्स होंगे, उसके एसेट्स हैं, कोई नया प्रमोटर आएगा खरीदेगा. और विश्व भर का अनुभव यह है कि जो क्रेडिटर्स हैं वो हेयरकट्स लेते हैं ताकि जितना बच सकता है. वाटरफॉल मैकेनिज्म आफ्टर ऑल इज द प्रोसेस बाय विच एवरी क्रेडिटर टेक्स हिज हेयरकट्स एंड देयर इज एन इक्विटेबल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. In the case of dissolution, in the case of resolution also they may take some haircut. So what will happen? The creditors will take a haircut, the banks will take a haircut, the unsecured creditors will take a haircut, the workmen will take a haircut, and the man who created the insolvency pays a fraction of the amount and comes back into management. So nothing changes in the company, the same man manages the company, except that the creditors become a little poorer. Should we allow that to continue? Now, various arguments are being given that if you declare this creditor ineligible, then bidders won't come up. If the bid is not adequate, the committee of creditors will reject the bid. They have a power. That's the amendment we are introducing. And therefore, what credibility in India? There are countries in the world which allow a defaulting creditor also to bid. But we have to take a conscious decision whether in the kind of situation of NPS that existed in India, the management which was responsible, and we are not saying you are debarred forever. We are not saying you pay the entire amount. If he owes 10,000 crores and the interest is 2,000 crores, if he pays the interest part and makes the account operational, केवल ब्याज दे दे तो वो बिड दे सकता है.